Continue to pour it on. Oh, and he pulled it right. It's no good. So after the punt return touchdown, let's see what their opponents can do with this kickoff. This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working and call more of that.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Mariota now. Rolling to his left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Kareem Martin able to take him down. It's a loss of 3. The Titans on 3rd down. Just a 20% success rate at 2 of 10. This is 3rd and 7. From the shotgun, it's Mariota. And he's going to go down again. Dalvin Tomlinson able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. New York set to take the field. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When you go to the backup, let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me.
Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. Now the Giants will use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter.
And Lobo.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end.
Ready?
Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. Manning going to hand it off to Barkley. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, but now it's 3rd and goal. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this 4th quarter. They're going to run it with Barkley. And they are 3 for 3 on 2-point conversions as he is into the end zone for the score. Oh, boy, rubbing a little salt in the wound there, going for 2 up this big.
There's one time when I played, Brandon, and played against a team that was just absolutely pile driving us. And they ended up going for 2 late in the game. And I asked one of the guys, why'd you do that? He said, because we wanted to win by more. That feels like that type of situation.
Wow. Could also result in a melee later, though. Mariota and the Titans break the huddle 1st and 10 at their own 24. To throw Mariota. He gets it to Humphries. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 16 yards there, a Tennessee first down. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, Mariota. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Mariota to Lewis on the draw. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the 1st.
Holding offense.
That hold coming from the middle of the line, the center.
And it's difficult for him because sometimes you've got people right over you, and as soon as you snap it, trying to get your hands up and block them, you can be a little bit late getting it done.
To throw is Mariota. And that is incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
The Giants offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. 25 yards that time.
Well, go ahead and throw the ball, man. You got the big lead. You got the clock on your side. Obviously, they don't care much about the feelings of the other team, do they?
Well, I was going to say, you better run to the locker room pretty quick after this one.
Well, right now, maybe. They're just looking at it from the fantasy perspective. More points for everyone if they win big.
Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield, incomplete. Manning looking to throw it. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. That's caught inside the 20. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. So another score there. Often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. And is there bad blood here? I mean, go for 2 when you're up that much?
If there wasn't before, there is now. When you do that, you've just announced to everyone, you just don't care about the other side at all. All you care about is what you're doing, and they just want to pile up points.
They did. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Mariota now to throw on 1st down. And he'll hit his tight end, Walker. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. A big offensive explosion. Ryan Suckup of the Titans has this one teed up, and we are underway from Nissan Stadium. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And he'll return this one all the way onto the other side of the field. Manning now on first down. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. It got his man complete. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Golden Tate, 46 yards, as his guys are able to strike. First here in this opening quarter. So now Eli and the Giants will line up and go for two.
Here we go.
They're going to run it with Barkley, and he is not going to make it. They stop him up short, and this will remain a 6-0 ball game. So pretty interesting. They get the opening drive touchdown. They wanted a little more. They were looking for 8, maybe something they thought about before the game started, I would imagine.
I think you're right about that. That's discussed in your staff meeting. A decision is made. I think the head coach has to blueprint it and say, yes, let's go ahead and do that. In this case, though, let's give some credit to the guys on defense. They gave up the touchdown, but found a way to regroup and keep them out of the end zone for the 2-point play.
Mariota and the Titans break the huddle, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. From the gun, Mariota. And this one caught by Delaney Walker. And he will get him down a couple yards shy of the 1st down marker. A nice tackle coming up from his free safety spot.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check-down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he could scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
A great return there, bobbing and weaving his way for 31 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. On 1st down, Manning. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. It's a gain of 34. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Now Manning. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. It was Kenny Vaccaro there to get a hand on that one.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it 1st and goal. And Barkley will try to punch it in. My word, it'll be nothing short of a monstrous loss on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and goal. first down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. Here's Gallman. He's got room to run past the 20. Accelerating, and off he goes. He's at the 40, the 20, 10, touchdown, Giants. Wayne Gallman, 94 yards. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. Well, from back where that one started, they were hoping probably... Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And this fake extra point attempt failed big time. Not only did they not get it, they went backwards. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a two-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Let's make these babies cry.
Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. On 2nd down, here's Henry. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down. Mariota. Oh, he may have gotten lucky. Tried to dump it off underneath on the check down. Nearly picked. Instead, it's incomplete. Here's Brett Kern now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Here comes Peppers. Sights on the end zone, no doubt, but is brought down after a huge return there. And the Giants will begin this drive in good shape. 1st and 10. Manning now on 1st down. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Wesley Woodyard, he does a little bit of everything, and this time he gets the sack. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Now Saquon Barkley finding room to the 20. My goodness, it'll be a disastrous loss on the play, and it's going to be 3rd down and forever.
All right, let's go ahead and detail this situation here. 3rd and long coming up, back near your own goal line. I would be very hesitant about throwing the football in this situation.
Maybe just run up the middle?
Yeah, I think that might be the spot for them. You got to try and find some space for your punter because you don't want him backed up when he has to alter what he does.
And this one will go to the 28-yard line. The crazy sequence here. A huge gain that time, but it still leaves him well short for 4th down.
I don't know about you, partner, but I just came out of my chair. Big-time run right there, and all of a sudden I realized...
Didn't reach the chains, did he?
How do you go that far? Create that type of an explosive play that'll be a check and a plus on every grade sheet and still not get a 1st down.
Yeah, they had put themselves in a bad spot, but a big gain, that helps. Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. And, partner, I'm not really sure what in the world they were thinking on 4th and long there at this stage in the game, but you think social media may be firing up a little bit right now?
Oh, the coach is trending right now. All right, there's no doubt about it. People are wondering what that decision was. But it takes me back to a number of years ago. A very successful coach in the league had told himself before a playoff game he was going to be aggressive. No matter what, he's going to be aggressive. And it ran his team into some real problems early, and they got upset in that playoff game. Let's see if this team can recover.
Well, that's aggressive in capital letters with glitter, 7 underscore. I mean, that's the definition of aggressive.
Yeah, you can almost hear the cheerleaders doing the be aggressive chant behind him, and he listened to it.
Here's Mariota. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. The sack coming from big Dalvin Tomlinson.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there, because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
So 3 drives now for this offense, and that field goal gives them their first 3 points.
So if you're an offensive coordinator and you're averaging a point a drive, you're in the wrong line of work, aren't you? You got to find a way to unlock the key to these defenses and put some big points on the board.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And they'll start in a hole here as he's brought down at the 11-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
On second down, here's Barkley. And brought down, but not before reaching the 25. First down, Giants on a pickup of 14.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
So a solid run by Saquon Barkley and another 1st and 10 here. A handoff as they run the counter play. Again, he finds an opening as he'll get this one up to the 44-yard line. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Looked like they picked a heck of a time to run the counter.
And we've been saying that in this great game of football probably since we started playing. Anytime you get guys thinking you're going to go one way and you hit back the opposite side, it's a great chance it can turn into the type of play we just saw there. A big gainer.
A first down carry for Barkley. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. The tackle was by the Boston College product, Harold Landry. Now they'll throw it with Manning. He's going to let one fly for Tate. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Golden Tate, his intended receiver. And it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on 2nd down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense, right?
And look at this. It's a fake. And this is caught. There he goes left side. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Touchdown. It's a punt return. Touchdown of .56 yards. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. Aldrich Rosas on for the extra point. And oh, he takes off with it. It's a fake. And he'll be out of bounds well short of the goal line, so the attempt at the fake extra point unsuccessful.
Well, partner, since this new 2-point rule came into play, offenses spend a lot more time working on it. That means the defense